If a course feels messy or difficult to talk about, difficult to sell, or messy behind the scenes, usually one of the key foundations is missing. In this video, I want to walk you through the 9 foundations that will help turn a course into something that is actually sellable. These foundations help you design. These foundations will help you design, sell and improve a course without constantly starting again. So the first of the foundations is the role of the course within your business. What job does it do? Is it about being an entry offer? Is it about something more significant, part of a wider pathway? Does it feed into your one-to-one? Because part of the reasons courses often fail, aren't sellable, is because they can feel disconnected from the rest of what you're doing and your messaging and your promotion, and they kind of feel like they're just over here. The next foundation, the next of the 9 foundations, is who is this course for? I know that this can be a real challenge for some, and actually when you start getting into courses and really wanting to make them sellable, having that clear person in mind really does help. It helps you in your promotion, it helps you in the title of your course, it helps you focus the course. You can have more than one person, you can have multiple courses that fit different people and where they're at, but the key is to understand where that person is at and to make sure that you're creating a course for them. Helps your brain, helps their brain. The third of my foundations for creating a sellable course is the transformation. What changes for that person who is taking that course? What will they learn? What improves for them? Understanding the outcomes is really, really key to making your course sellable. 4 is the structure. How are you going to organise the course? In 2026, we really need to be mindful of a few things. Number 1, information is everywhere. So when you're looking at creating courses, it's actually about the journey and the experiences. That's important when it comes to the structure. Rather than just throwing information at them, you want to be guiding them and taking them on a journey. Clear structure helps people move through the different stages. I often now recommend having a course companion that really tells your course people what they need to do, how they can do it. Also, it's even more important to make sure it's designed in a way that's going to fit with their life. Do not give someone who is tremendously busy. I've just realised I'm not going to stop recording this because I'm not going to. So when somebody is tremendously busy, do not give them a 90-page PDF. Think about whether you need to do audio, video, reading, lots of different things that makes it achievable. Give them permission to do it in bite-sized chunks. That is why structure is really key. The next of my 9 foundations is simplicity, and I've already touched upon this. And that is that too much information can feel overwhelming. It is really about making this bite-sized. That is one of the things that in 2026 is really going to make the difference. It's about cutting out the things that really aren't important. We as course providers and course creators often feel obliged to fill something with content, but you need to be stripping it back. We need to keep things simple because otherwise, again, it leads to overwhelm. Really make sure your course includes the things that really matter. You can also have offshoots. So if you're looking at someone, and again, this is where mapping out that journey becomes really important and understanding your ideal client. If you think that there are going to be questions, and as your course develops and you improve it, this will become even more important. If there are questions raised, it might not be the case for everyone. So you can have things that come out of it. What I mean is like a lesson that's like, if you know this already, you do not need to do this. But if you need this, this is for you. And again, that makes it a little bit more tailored to individual, even though it's more of a general course. Learning experience. How will your people move through the course? Is it self-paced? Is it guided? Is it community-led? This really does impact the ability of people to complete your course. Again, I always recommend a course completion. I recommend looking at the way that you are going to support your course people as part of that learning experience. Nowadays, we need to have that support. It can be through email, course companion, live Facebook. There's lots of things I can talk about this, and I will talk about that in other videos because I'm going on. The next thing is positioning. So how will you explain the course? Positioning is really important because all of that juiciness that's in that course, in that learning experience that we've already just gone through, a lot of that isn't necessarily going to be reflected in the way that you position and you market and you talk about your course, because you need to meet your audience where they're at now, and then you're taking them on the journey to transformation as part of that course. The next thing is about making sure that you have a sales plan, promotional plan, whatever you want to call it. So it's all about how are people going to buy the course from you? How are you going to include it in your marketing? What's the messaging around it? Is there a simple path for them to follow? It's really important that you do the sales bit to make your course sellable. Sorry, I know I feel like I'm stating the obvious, but so many people just create a course, sell it once, promote it, and then never do it again. And they remain dusty on a shelf. And finally, it's about evolution. I've already alluded to this. Your course will need to change. You need to be looking at the way it's going to develop. It can grow. We need to move with the times. Courses in 2026 are not just something that you chuck out there and they are then all like, oh, this is the course and I don't need to do anything with it again. You need to promote it, and also it will need evolving, and you can look at feedback, you can build this in, you can make it better, you can make it more sellable, and that's the important thing. So if your courses are feeling messy right now, it's not necessarily about the content, it is about how you are making it sellable. And hopefully this has been a helpful video in you thinking about your course through a different lens. For more, please do like and subscribe and follow, and do join my school community where I share much more about how you can make your course sellable.